right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the front nine. We're here on the back nine. Jim from Disc Golf Brah, joined by Keith Sykes. Keith, what'd you think after the front?
It looks like we got a battle between three guys right now, Jared, Bobby, Wyatt. Jared obviously has a sizable lead at this point. Let's see if he can hold on to it.
Anything can happen. It's going to bring us to hole 10, 290, uphill, low ceiling. This is a fun one to start this back.
Yeah, this one gets tricky with the OB. The hill kind of slants right to left, as well as, you're throwing uphill too. The road on the left is OB, and the road behind the pin is OB as well. So it's a really touchy shot.
And as you can see, not much tee-pad room there. Willie uses that full space. I like the turn out of this one.
Yeah, great shot.
Nice. Really smooth. This is Wyatt's EMAC Truth here. Love this disc.
Yeah, nice turnover. Misses the tree. He'll be in circle one.
That's where you want to be. Jared going to this Glow Rock 3, I believe. Gets right by that tree.
Yeah, great shot.
Great shot. We thought this might be OB long from the tee, but that was great.
Puts a little Anheuser on that. Fights out of it.
Yeah, Ryan going to a faster disc there I thought was a smart choice, but that's where that OB left can come into play.
Exactly.
This is Bobby's Glow Rock 3, I believe. Just a beauty.
Punches it right up the gut.
It's got to hang on.
Yep. Nice shot.
That's that local knowledge. He knows where the OB is.
Yeah, these guys made this hole look easy. I saw quite a few OBs on this hole today.
Definitely. Really good run out of Ryan. I thought he was ringing that up. Willie, same thing. OB is like right there, too. So missed putt.
Great putt out of Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt's here to say, in case you guys missed the front nine, Wyatt is 12 years old. I said it a million times. It's just unbelievable.
Super impressive.
Tough missed birdie putt by Bobby. He would have liked to start with that one.
And another birdie for Jared.
Jared makes him pay, yeah. Jared's locked in. I don't know how often he plays this course. I know he said he's Wickham local, but
yeah,
looks like he plays it every day.
I can't imagine he played too many practice rounds down here, just knowing Jared. But either way, he can shred anywhere.
Impressive. Good pars from Bobby and Willie there. That's going to bring us to hole 11. Another new tee pad for this one, kind of brought back to put these trees in play. 380, par 3. This is a great one. How do you tackle this one?
So you want to attack that left gap with like probably a distance or hybrid driver that'll turn slightly and definitely fade back because the road on the right is OB.
Here's Wyatt going to this verdict. Interesting line out of the lefty here. Doesn't get it wide enough and kind of gets caught up in those trees up there. Jared's going to show us how exactly to play this hole. Good height, good line. Got to miss that tree.
Halo Destroyer.
Got to miss that OB. And yeah, that's great. Yeah, OB on the right there that can come into play on those shots. Willie goes right near those patch of trees where Wyatt went. Unfortunately, drops right in the middle of them.
I know a little too well what it's like in there.
Interesting play out of Ryan here. This is his Ricky Destroyer, and check this one out.
Skip off the road one more time.
Skips off the road, and this is really tight.
Did it get back or no?
We got to check it out, but this gets really tight. One of the closest calls I've ever seen. We'll get to that shortly.
Bobby looks like he's going for the pin here.
Going for the pin, gets a little too high, and I think that wind that comes up that hill just kind of pushes it left. He's going to be right by that wall. This is where Willie ended up, and this is just jail.
Treacherous.
Kind of the one thing you want to avoid on this hole. Good out by him with that gator.
Pitches out, takes his medicine.
Still a lot left. This is where Wyatt ended up. Going to do a little funky thing with the slammer.
Tough little patent pending stance.
And unfortunately doesn't get through and just drops right down. All right, so they're going to talk about this for a while, but look, this is where Ryan ended up. They weren't sure how to call this because it's touching grass there, maybe one blade of grass.
Sure.
They weren't sure. Most of them said it was OB. They weren't sure. They told Ryan to play a provisional, and they would talk to Craig, the TD, afterwards. But look how close this is.
Yeah, I mean, it's on a little bit of dirt there, too. That's tough to call.
Super tough. They talked about this for a long time. We're going to get Craig's call on this one shortly, but even Bobby, even Willie, guys that have been around for a while, just weren't
He
sure.
was inside the curb on pavement by 4 inches or whatever it was, but he was touching grass. So that's your call. If he's touching grass, and I think you're in. Okay, there it is. All right.
So touching grass, he's in. Well, one of the closest calls I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, if the road is the line, and you're touching grass, I guess it's the right call.
One blade of grass. So he did play a provisional, but that was his actual one that counted, and went for it. So crazy call there. Took a while to deliberate on that one.
A couple guys pitching up for their bogey. Bobby pitching up for his par.
Wyatt, I think, fully running that one because that was for par. Here's Jared's birdie.
And makes that anti-putt around the bushes look pretty.
In his face, he didn't think
It's
it
like,
went in.
oh, it's in the basket. Great. Another birdie for me.
Man, Jared's having a great time. It's fun watching him. Crushing this course.
Tough stance there for Willie.
Yeah, similar kind of spot for Wyatt, but it has a better out. There's Bobby's par putt. Yeah, a couple tough breaks for Willie. Gets in that first patch of trees, goes in the long patch of trees. Unfortunate double bogey there for him. It's going to bring us to one of my favorite holes, hole 12. This one's a tight one. A lot of different lines you can play, but it's scary. Don't forget about this absolute hill that's right below.
Yeah, on the
after
right
basket.
side of the basket, it just drops off like a cliff, basically. So, righty, a big panning turnover shot, as we see Jared.
Yeah, I don't think Jared wanted any part of this hole because he just kind of puts it out there.
Yeah, and I mean,
for
it makes
par.
sense. Why take a risk, if you know where you are?
Interesting play out of Bobby here, going with a roller.
I saw this round one as well.
This is aggressive. I like it a lot.
He parked it round one. It was wild.
Yeah, he's kind of pin high there, but right in those trees. Wyatt goes wide with his Warden here. A little too wide. Needs something a little more stable, a little more faster maybe.
And this hole in the background, you can kind of see that view of Long Island Sound again, which is really cool.
Beautiful. Ryan does a similar roller here. I think Ryan and Bobby play a lot together this course. They do similar plays on this one. This one just keeps rolling for Ryan.
Yeah, that's right. They both did the roller on the other hole as well.
Yep. And we're going to get a forehand look out of Willie. This is a Firebird. And another unfortunate break. Hits that first shrub. Needed a couple more inches of height.
And this is where the hole can get a little sketchy. He's playing it smart, though. Just hangs it wide.
Check this out. That gets through and
Oh,
says
let's go.
little gift for him there. Well deserved. All right, so Jared just looking to put this up and hopefully stop and not roll
Gotta sit.
200 feet.
Yep.
And yeah, it does. Sometimes the course is nice to you when you're playing good,
True.
That's still a scary putt because if you miss and it hits basket left, that's going way down the hill. Wyatt, no fear in the world.
None at all. Rips it right in the heart.
This dude is pumped up. Let's take another look at this. Sizable putt, hill in the background.
Oh, and he's staring at OB like down the hill. If he misses any part of the basket, it's gone.
Pure. This is where Bobby ended up. No real window here. He's going to go high over this tree. Definitely frustrated. He is getting a lot of tough breaks, I would say, missed putts, but a lot of golf left. Good par to Willie after that first shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Great recovery.
Jared says, I guess I'll have a par. Good par from Ryan there. Yeah, definitely a hole that you can get a big number quick.
Yeah.
That's going to bring us to another fun one. Hole 13. There's a couple dumpsters right on the tee there that moved, but big high hyzer. Again, it's on a roll-away green, though. It's a fun hole.
Yep. So the pin is blind from the tee, so you're kind of like picking your spot, throwing either like a hyzer or you want to hit the hillside flat. That's the thing. So really any disc in your bag you can make work on this hole. It's just hitting the hill at the right angle so it doesn't roll.
Here's that Toro from Jared. And this is where it can get tough. Yeah, that angle you were talking about. Luckily, that sits.
Yep.
Wyatt's going to have a scary shot on that first one, a long putt with the hill.
Zone out of Bobby.
Yeah, good height here. Just a little too much angle there.
And that's going to be a tough putt because he's looking back down the hill.
Scary. Here's that Iron Samurai 3 out of Ryan. I like this wide angle a lot. Good skip.
Parked.
Textbook. Great shot. Willie, so effortless here. I thought this was going to hook up a lot more.
And there's that. Come on. There you go.
Well, the course has been pretty kind to these guys, though. No rollaways out of bounds yet.
Right.
So we'll take that. Here's his putt here. Okay, good run.
There's a layup.
That was that scary putt I was talking about. And it's still got a little rolly. It's out. Here's Jared's first kind of taste with that. Luckily, that curled up right there.
Tough par putt.
Yeah, good run.
And the first blemish on his scorecard.
Yep. Yeah, only took 13 holes. Great
Nice
birdie,
birdie.
out of Ryan there, yeah. Ryan sneaking back a little bit, -8. And a bogey. Couple holes to play. He must be feeling a little bit there. Good par to Willie.
So Bobby's going to get a stroke back here with a par.
Yep. It's going to bring us to hole 14. Another really cool one. Downhill 225. This is a shorty. A lot of bushes in the background. Most people are doing this kind of high. There's a couple different lines here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was going forehand zone, left gap. You can go right side with like a putter, backhand, right hand. And I imagine we'll see left hand, backhand hyzer from Wyatt.
Ryan almost ringing this up with his Firebird. That was great.
Yeah, nice shot.
So let's see what Wyatt does here with this Warden. Just a little too high.
Yeah, it just clips that leaf that kind of kills the momentum.
If you're a crazy person, I guess you can go right through those trees, but that's not for me.
Me either.
Here's this zone out of Bobby. Needs it to start a little more wide here. This is going to take an unfortunate kind of roll. And this is a steep hill.
Yeah. It can get away from you quickly.
Willie going back to that gator. That's, I think, why I like the forehand play here. Just like this with a little...
Just a little chipper with the gator. I like that play a lot.
Willie says, I think I'll take that CTP. And Jared puts a ton of juice on this one. Luckily that it kind of sits and stops. I think that OB long, but doesn't mess with it. And yeah,
Chips up for his
up and
par.
down.
Yep.
So smart. Jared's making a couple mistakes, but nothing crazy. Great run from Wyatt there.
Yeah. Long two look for Bobby, not quite.
Yeah, I think one of these long putts for Bobby would really fire him up. A long birdie.
Couple good holes for Ryan in a row. 2 birdies.
2 back from Wyatt. Lots of pars cooking here. Great birdie out of Willie. Takes a look at that CTP.
Little tap in.
So I'll take that.
There you go, Willie.
Signature hole in the course. Hole 15. This one's a lot of fun. 305. Water fountain. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
What are you throwing on this hole?
I go between a P2 and a rock.
We're going to see a couple different plays on this one.
Yeah, I think Bobby and Jared both do the spike hyzer, which is a treat to see.
Definitely a treat. Ryan just goes straight at it. Gets a little drop.
Beautiful shot.
Just enough. That's great.
Willie going up the gut as well.
Gets a little scary on this left-hand side, but Willie doesn't mess with that. That's kind of still out in the open.
He'll have a look between those bushes, it looks like.
Wyatt going to this nice, soft turnover here. I like this play a lot.
Wow, look at that hole and just kind of nestle right next to the basket.
Where does he learn how to do that at such age? Check this out from Bobby. This is going high. And this is scary because if this hits the tree and drops in the water, muscles
C1.
right through it.
And Jared going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I like this play a lot.
So we were warming up for the second round, and Jared threw this same line, and he got stuck in a branch with his Halo Destroyer about 170 feet in the tree. I was like, what just happened?
But I just parked it there, 5 foot. Another birdie. Great birdie out of Ryan there. Just fired up. -10. Slowly but surely coming back. Willie
Yeah.
says, I'll take some of that action.
There we go. 2 in a row for Willie.
It's a fun hole. We've actually never had a star frame or a Brah frame on this coverage ever in the history of coverage.
And
That might change today.
to do it on this hole.
Signature. All right, Jared just has to tap this in. Oh, Brah frame. First
Love
Brah
it.
frame ever.
Oh, wow.
Great work on this hole. Hole 15, that's an awesome one to all birdie.
Cool seeing their different approaches as well.
Unbelievable. Hole 16, this one's kind of a funky one with the building on the left-hand side. Watch out if you're working in there. 235, par 3. Like this hole a lot.
Yeah, you can either go straight at it, throw a little putter turnover, or righty forehand.
This railing can come into play off the tee. You can see people stepping back a little bit. Nice line from Ryan there with Firebird.
Oop, got a little trickle. He'll probably still have a look.
And this is the problem with the forehands. If you don't swing it wide enough, it's dense in there.
It is.
Wyatt going back to that Warden.
Just a little lefty chip.
And get in the hole.
Very nice.
Just hits the pin in the air.
Kick up some dust.
Jeez. Bobby going back to that whale, just straight. I like this play. Just right
Straight
down
at it.
that, right down that path, and just slide. Jared said this game is too easy. And watch this kick. Boop.
Yep. Make it a little easier on you.
When you're on, you're just on, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
the kicks go in your favor. Willie's been struggling in some trees today. Unfair kind of lays for him.
Nice putt out of Bobby there.
Great birdie out of Bobby. All right, so down 3, 2 holes to play. Jared still's got a putt. Big putt out of him.
Keeps it at 4 with 2 to play. That's a good spot to be.
Can't imagine what's going through his head. Bobby's a legend, been playing around, beat some great players. You got the lead, you got to drill your putts, and you just execute.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. Wyatt's a birdie machine. And watch out, Bobby. Wyatt's one back.
Climbing up for that second place spot.
Good par from Willie there. It's going to bring us to hole 17, 305. High backhand. We got same thing, 2 other holes. We got some low canopy here you got to get through. Something that glides and penetrates.
Yeah. So really, again, it's like anywhere from a mid-range to a distance driver. You're shaping the disc right to left. You got a low ceiling to contend with and a high floor as well with this hillside.
Definitely. Wyatt trying to do the same thing he did on 15, which is where that canopy comes into play. That was looking good. Still a little work left. One of the few holes that doesn't have a tee pad. You're just going off grass here. Does that mess you up at all?
A little bit. It can get in your head, but it's not too bad. It's pretty flat.
Pretty straightforward hole. You just got to execute just like Jared's going to do here. Get a little action.
Yeah, he'll have a long look. And that's, I mean, you see that a lot. You know, the disc just gets knocked down by the leaves up there.
Ryan almost taking out Q, our catch cam. Hits that wall right behind him, that fence. And, yeah, that'll putt. Willie with the best shot out of everyone. Nice
that
height.
looks good. A little more inside.
Yep.
Perfect.
Correct. Yeah, Willie's got a variety of shots. Really fun player to watch.
Oh, yeah. I see him leaning on the forehand a lot. I didn't even know that was a part of his game. It's cool to see.
Mm-hmm. And Wyatt is fired up. Unbelievable putt. This kid has so much composure. Let's take a look at this.
What is that, 70? Jesus.
At least.
Nice putt.
And if I'm that age, I'm like screaming, yelling. He's just cool and collected.
Jared says, I'll have some of that as well.
Man. Jared can step putt. Jared's got distance. Tough to come back to a player like that.
That could have stayed.
Ryan got robbed there. Real nice birdie from Willie. And look at these scores. There's so many birdies happening throughout this round. Bobby missing a couple big ones throughout this round. Jared's pulling away.
Jared has a 5-stroke lead going into 18.
Big old lead going into 18.
Super impressive.
So for this round, they removed some of this fence as OB as we get closer up. A 255, I like a low forehand, something that skips. There's a bunch of plays you can play here, but this fence on the left is now gone.
Yeah. You're going to see a couple more rollers here, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a lot of distance, but a very tight line. And Wyatt maybe coming off that adrenaline of that putt.
Yeah, the height is the key aspect on this hole. This ceiling gets really low.
Jared just a little too inside there.
And that's why I think the forehand is the preferred.
Yeah, this looks great out of Willie.
No ground play, really.
But he's there. That's,
Yeah, he's got a low
40 putt.
Yep.
30, 40. We're going to see a fun little roller out of Bobby here. And this is just gets through everything.
I don't know what he's rolling there, but I know it's a slow disc.
I thought it was a putter at first, but yeah, I don't know what it is. And Ryan, fortunate kicking, goes right by that fence there. All right, so Jared knows what he has to do, just kind of get up and down.
Yeah.
Left that a little short.
He knows he can take a bogey and walk away happy.
Wyatt's in the thick brush here. Really good play going for the skip. Smart play.
Yeah.
Really fun, kind of different hole to end here.
Tough stance for Ryan here. Great shot.
Executes. Yeah, great shot. All right, so Jared's going to end on a bogey, and who cares? You know?
Does not matter.
Absolutely great tournament. Good run out of Willie there. Wyatt just either drilling it or flashing change on every hole. Really good putt.
Nice birdie for Bobby to end.
Great finish for Bobby. Great tournament. Wyatt, an unbelievable performance. Quick putt out of Jared there.
Third place in his first MPO tournament.
Yeah, first time cashing, third place. Congrats, Wyatt. Jared, unbelievable tournament.
Yeah, huge congrats to Jared. Well deserved.
So humble, he just kind of putted it
Fairfield
quick. Let's
Open
throw it to Craig
2022,
for the call.
Jared Hill.
Super humble guy. Incredible play out of Jared Hill.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going to be a player we're going to watch for a while. What'd you think? Just crazy scores.
Yeah, I play with Jared quite a bit, and he's just an awesome young kid and got a world of talent.
Great play out of Bobby there. Almost kind of came back towards the end. Wyatt, just unbelievable. Congrats on your first cash MPO. Glad you made the leap. You deserve it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Keith, thanks for hopping on.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you in the next one.